So we're rolling. Now, the reason we're talking that you have the callus here is because of the shape of your toe and the toe kind of bent over like that. So every step you take, this is rubbing against the ground. So the choices would be, I'm going to show you a couple different pads you could use. One will lift this up so you're not walking on the tip. One will put a layer of gel over it. Ultimately, if none of that works, we could fuse that toe straight surgically so that you're back walking on the pad instead of the tip. But let's trim this down and show you a couple different kinds of pads and see if we can get one that's comfortable. I can see why this would be pretty painful.
Yeah, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. It doesn't matter what shoes I wear either. I did have sandals, and that didn't even help.
So you just got back from Florida
Yes,
and wearing
recently.
sandals there, it didn't feel any better?
Not really, no.
Okay.
But then again, you know, you can't wear sandals all the time. I mean, I was just wearing my regular tennis shoes and sandals when I could. But that didn't seem to make any difference. It's really gotten worse in the last 3-4 months. I don't remember having it build up like that before.
Yeah, I don't remember ever trimming this on you before.
Well, I think you have, but it certainly was nothing like this. This is getting such a callus that you have trimmed it, but there were times when it got trimmed too much and then it gets sore too, you know?
Okay.
So I have to cover it somehow.
Yeah.
But these sleeves, my feet are so short, my toes are so little, that it's hard to keep them on, you know, those sleeve things.
Oh, the gel thing that I was just going to show you?
Well, I don't know if it's the gel thing you were going to show me, but
Okay.
I've tried sleeves and they don't stay on. I have to try to pull a sock on top of them to make them stay. Short little stubby toes.
Is that your phone or my camera?
It might have been. I was supposed to do a couple things tonight, and I figured they'd probably get canceled anyway.
Yeah. Everything's canceled.
Yeah.
Life as we know it is canceled.
Yeah. Well, as long as we have our books and our whatever crafts we like to do, and we have our
TV.
TV, but I can't listen to any more news.
No.
I've had it.
Turn the news off, watch.
Yeah. I tape a lot of shows and I have a lot to look at because I've been gone. I could probably stay for 2 weeks and watch some of my shows that I like.
Okay.
And
So
books that I need to read.
now when I do this, I'm just for the camera, I'm showing that most of that translucent skin now that was the callus is gone. So the two types of pads that I was going to show you, is this the cap you said does not stay on?
No, I've tried those before, I think.
Okay.
You try it and see if you can make it stay.
Yeah, so this is filled with a gel.
Oh, well, maybe I
Let's-
didn't get one of those.
Let's move that back over.
Okay, that way.
So this is filled with a gel. I call these our little toe condoms. And we can cut it short so that it just stays on like that.
Okay,
And then every time that hits the ground, it's like putting a little layer of Jell-O
okay.
in between.
So it could be short enough. Would I have to wear
Yeah.
I would have to wear a sock to keep it on,
Yes,
wouldn't I?
yes. The other option would be this pad. We call this a crest roll. And if we put it underneath here, or maybe here, what's gonna happen is every time you step, it's gonna lift that toe up. So you're back walking on the pad instead of on the tip, like you are now.
Okay.
And so maybe
Would
just,
that stay?
yeah, again, it's something that you would have to have with a sock on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, I
But
would
yeah,
wear
once
socks,
you put this on, it will keep this,
Okay.
it'll allow you to walk on the pad.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of the two, if you've tried the other one before, that maybe this would be the better option to try.
Okay.
And it might be a little uncomfortable
But
in the beginning.
I would wear that all day, but not at night.
Right,
Would that one help at night?
no.
Soften it? No,
Mm-mm.
nothing, huh?
Well, it would help soften it, but, this one would help soften it, but, you don't wanna have that covered all the time.
No.
So, all right, well, thank you for letting me video.
Mhm.
Appreciate that. All right, so this has to be painful pretty much with any shoe you put on it.
Not anymore.
No? Okay, once you got the Band-Aid on there?
I got rid of the shoe.
Oh, okay. So it was one particular shoe
Yep.
that just pushed these toes together in a bad way?
Yes.
Okay.
It had to do with how it creased when I walked,
Okay.
and it was just right at that right point.
Yep. We've all had a pair of shoes that does that.
So I got a new pair of shoes.
So just clean this up a little bit. All right, so you don't even need me. Sorry, that hurt.
A little bit.
Okay.
Don't
Um,
even need you that.
To put a Band-Aid or anything on it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
If I need one, I'll do one at home. But I think, I just noticed that when I got here, that what it looked like.
Yeah, that was quite thick. Okay. Let's clean it up a little bit. Okay. How does that feel now when I press on it?
No, nothing.
Nothing? Okay, great. Well, thank you for letting. Just to make sure of what was going on where the patient had this very painful tiny corn, we took an x-ray with a little wire marker around right where the corn is. What you can see as this x-ray gets a little bit closer is that there's a little spike of bone coming off of that last bone in the baby toe that's pushing up against the next toe. And right where that is where the corn is. The crust roll is a device that we used for toes that are curled around so that people are walking either on the tips of the toes or on the nails, and that can be quite painful. If you put this underneath the toe, it will lift the end of the toe up so that you're walking back on the pad and not on the tip of the toe. These are left and right specific, and some come in different sizes.